Hello guys, welcome back again to another video. My name is phantommaxxgenshin and today we're going to be talking about Kokomi. So I just got Kokomi not too long ago, probably like 2 days ago, and I've been trying to build her, and right now, yeah, let me show you real quick. I don't have her ascension materials to ascend her any further, so she's at level 60. But as soon as I unlock her, she becomes more and more of a support and more powerful, and she gets more hydro damage. But I just need to collect these 𝐮𝐲𝐝 pearls, and I need to wait until they reload. So yeah, it's gonna be a level 60 Kokomi. But you know, I think that even at level 60, she's super duper useful. I've been testing her out with other monsters. I haven't tested her out in the Spiral Abyss, which we're gonna do in a moment. She works really well with the Luke and 𝐬𝐜𝐡𝐞, honestly. And if I had 𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐼ng leveled up, she would have worked perfect. Or anybody like Rosaria, perfect. But you know, I don't have them leveled yet, unfortunately, because I've been so focused on leveling up the 5 stars, which is Raiden Shogun and a little bit of the Luke, and trying to finish leveling up Lona's, which is this one right here. But Kokomi is very good, especially since all of her talent points are only level 4. She doesn't even have this unlocked, and I think that she works really well as just a person that causes either reactions like vaporize and freeze, and you know, very useful heal. You could move around, you could switch, swap, and then on top of that, what makes it even better is that this right here makes it last so much longer. All you gotta do is try to time it properly. Like if you have her Q up, all you have to do is try not to cast her Q first. You cast the E first, use E, and then a little bit of time, then you do the Q. And then as you do in the Q, you swap up with other characters, and then after you swap up with other characters, then you come back and then you try to reload it again. Or even if it vanishes, you could just simply just put it out in the field, and then boom. That's pretty much how I'm making her work, and I think that she's doing really good in that department. Honestly, her artifacts wasn't super hard to try to get, because a lot of times we get a lot of HP artifacts, so I'm using the Hearts of Depths, as you can see. Her cup is, of course, the cup is always really hard to get for hydro damage. But so far, everything doesn't look all that well, but she does have an HP percentage. I would have preferred if it had energy recharge, but it doesn't have energy recharge, so or maybe a little bit of attack, but mostly energy recharge, so we can get her Q up a lot more. Her headpiece is healing bonus, because keep in mind, if you have healing bonus, she'll do more healing, more damage if you do her Q. And it also reflects with her E. And on top of that, she has all this. You don't necessarily need crit damage unless you want to build her with a crit build. I've seen videos where people have built her crit and she's doing a ton of damage. The only thing that I do see or keep in mind is that you're taking away a lot of her healing aspects of things, so she won't heal as much. So she'll just be like, you know, a person that just adds hydro, does a lot of crit damage, can do freeze, but not heal as much. Personally, I don't think that's something that I would want for her, because then she's not optimizing as much of her healing or staying in the field any longer. You just have to swap up real quick, because if she easily gets hit and she doesn't have the sufficient amount of HP, then, you know, it's just a really hard build to build at, because crit is very hard to obtain, and you need to have certain characters to make a crit, like 𝐬𝐜𝐡𝐞, for example, because she has a special where she could crit. If you see right here, if she uses Guide of Afterlife, then, you know, she'll be able to crit at least 12% for 8 seconds, and then you have to use Rosaria, which Rosaria also does a crit as well, and that's you know, those are the 2 people that I know that crit, and I'm sure there's other characters that crit too, but I feel like that would be too much just to be singled out on just 2 specific characters. So, you know, or you could use like an cryo gear, but again, taking away a little bit of what she does, and that's not something that I want to do. And I don't think that, you know, what anybody is doing is like a knockoff or anything. I think it's super cool. I just think that, you know, I like her the way she is. Also, the prototype Amber is honestly the best weapon. I've seen other videos about her other weapon, which, by the way, do not. I feel like unless you're getting the Primordial Jade, do not get the Everlasting Moonlight. I feel like that's just such a downgrade for the prototype, because keep in mind it only works for her normal attacks. If you want to get her, if you're trying to get her. If you're trying to utilize this more, it doesn't work for charge attacks, and her charge attack is like the most optimal that uses more damage. So this doesn't really apply that much, and this doesn't really apply as much. I get more on my Amber than I get on that. That's like 0.6%. That doesn't even make sense why that's so much less, and it only works for normal attacks too. Keep in mind, the other one doesn't work. You don't need to worry about whether you're doing charge attacks or normal attacks. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit on how she does. Also, just to keep in mind, she works really well with Raiden Shogun or any Electro, because of the elemental reactions that she can have, especially since she shoots from far away. So, you know, she does really well on that. Alright, so we're just going to pick a team. We're going to do floor 11 because I know floor 11 is the one that was made for Kokomi. So we're going to see how a level 60 Kokomi is going to do. So here's the small showcase of floor 1, 12, and see how she does. I'm gonna pick these options just like if she was level 90, geared up, ready for spiral burst. Oh, messed up already.
Absurd! There is no escape! No touching for Rex Lapis!
Already, you see? Like, she's doing really good.
Let's move out.
The wind knows me.
Hold the line! Illusion shattered! Torrent, bring up you! This is long overdue.
Wind strike.
There is no escape!
Gotta time it, and then once that's up, now I can cast my E.
Torn to oblivion! No touching!
Into the wind. Fallen leaves.
Covenant of the deep!
And there you go. She's really good to have. Very mobile. You could just move around. Don't have to worry about getting frozen as much. You get that one application of that wet stat, but it's just like literally 1 second, and that's better than when you use Barbara. When you use Barbara, and you always have that wet stat because that's Barbara's skill. But with Kokomi, it's just for 1 second, and she keeps it's a bigger heal, so you could be more mobile with having to optimize on attacks. And I think that again, she's worth it. I like her. I think she grew on me. At first, I was just kind of like, oh no, but I think the more and more as time goes by, and then I see like YouTube videos of like
to survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship.
how to build a Kokomi, and then her story, was really interesting. The more I ended up like, what, I kind of want to wish for this person. Also, Hydro is also one of my favorite elements as well. So I always like water. Animal and water are both my favorite elements. But yeah, guys, you guys be the judge and see if you guys want to, summon for her. And if so, good luck. If not, there are other healers that are like Bennett, Leona, Jean, Chi-Chi, and of course Barbara. So keep that in mind. Take care, guys.